go.
Okay, today I'm going to read to you a book called The Other Side by Jacqueline Woodson. Good fences make good neighbors. That's from a poem by Robert Frost called Mending Wall. As you can see, this fence is an inviting fence, but not all fences are. But this may be the one that's around the house in Macomb for Scout and Jim. The summer the fence that stretched through our town seemed bigger. We lived in a yellow house on one side of it, white people lived on the other, and Mama said, "Don't ever climb over that fence when you play." She said it wasn't safe. That summer, there was a girl who wore a pink sweater. Each morning, she climbed upon the fence and stared over at our side. Sometimes I stared back. She never sat on that fence with anybody. That girl didn't. Once, when we were jumping rope, she asked if she could play, and my friend Sandra said no, without even asking the rest of us. I don't know what I might have said. Maybe yes, maybe no. So, stop and think. Why did Sandra say no without even thinking about it?
Because they grew up knowing white people are dangerous.
Okay, so white people are dangerous. Anybody else?
Like, they couldn't play with anybody on the other side of the fence because it'd be dangerous for their families.
Okay, so this fence separated whites and blacks.
It's kind of like a segregation line.
Okay, a segregation line. Did you have anything to add? Okay. That summer, everyone and everything on the other side of the fence seemed far away. When I asked my mama why, she said, "Because that's the way things have always been." Sometimes when me and Mama went into town, I saw that girl with her mama. She looked sad sometimes, that girl did. "Don't stare," my mama said. "It's not polite." You all heard that from your parents before?
Yeah.
No.
No, that mine is don't point.
Yeah, that was always mine.
Except for Solomon.
So why did she refer to the girl, why did the white girl refer to the black girl as that girl?
Because maybe her parents felt the same way as the other child's did.
Okay, and what other reasons might she have called her that girl?
Maybe
She doesn't know her name.
Doesn't know her name
Because
yet.
she's not allowed to communicate with her.
Okay,
Maybe
no
she-
communication.
She might be different.
Mom wouldn't let me go out in the rain. That's why I bought you rainy day toys, my mama said. You stay inside where it's warm and safe and dry. But every time it rained, I looked for that girl. I always found her somewhere near the fence. Someplace in the middle of summer, the rain stopped. When I walked outside, the grass was damp, the sun was already high up in the sky, and I stood there with my hands up in the air. I felt brave that day. I felt free. Why was she brave?
She went outside.
Okay, she was brave because she went outside, but why might she feel brave?
She was trapped in the house because it was not raining.
Okay, and think about prediction.
she's going.
If you were predicting, what might this be?
Maybe
Like,
she's
still
not
gonna
gonna
go.
communicate with that girl.
She's gonna
Okay,
hop the fence.
so today may be the day that she hops the fence. I got close to the fence, and that girl asked my name. Clover, I said. My name's Annie, she said. Annie Paul. I live over yonder, she said. By where you see the laundry? That's my blouse hanging on that line. She smiled then. She had a pretty smile.
Oh,
And then I smiled, and we stood there looking at each other, smiling. It's nice up on this fence, Annie said. You can see all over. I ran my hand along the fence. I reached up and touched the top of it. A fence like this was made for sitting on, Annie said. She looked at me sideways. Why would she look at her sideways? Why would she look at her sideways?
Come on up here, it's nice up here.
So you think that was an invitation?
Probably.
Ah, she was trying
She
to
might be
get
Scorpion's
involved.
daughter.
What?
No, don't you
Oh, yeah.
admit it, me.
Want it back?
My mama says I shouldn't go on the other side, I said. My mama says the same thing, but she never said nothing about sitting on it. Neither did mine.
How old are these girls again?
They look like they're probably about 7.
Yeah, it's about the reasoning to have.
That summer, me and Annie sat together on that fence. And when Sandra and them looked at